Welcome back to the channel. It is going to be a little different today. It is snowing here in Missouri. We got about 3 inches here. I'm sure other places in the United States, especially upper Midwest, got even more. So today I'm in the kitchen and I will be making homemade deodorant. And why do I make my own deodorant? Is because I've been on the carnivore lifestyle journey for about 500 days now. I feel phenomenal and I'm very subconscious about my health. What I put in my mouth, I want to make sure that is healthy. So I want to make sure what I put on my body is also healthy. And I used to use Degree deodorant for many years. And it's chock full of chemicals, aluminums, and stuff like that that is harmful to your body. So and also the deodorants out there, the good healthy ones, especially the tallow-based deodorants, they can cost up to $20 a stick or $20 per container. And if you go to the big box stores and get the cheaper like Everyman's Jack or the Native or what's the other one? I can't remember. Dr. Sasquatch, that's the other one. They can range over $10 to $15 per container. So why buy it when I can actually make it myself? So today in this video, I am sharing with you a recipe that I found on the internet that I actually kind of tweaked it myself to make it my own. As most carnivores will say, they don't have body odor like we used to. I can vouch for that. I don't have that body odor like I used to, but I work in an apartment community. I'm a maintenance supervisor. I go in and out of people's residency, especially in the summertime when it's hot. I am very subconscious about, making sure that I take care of any body odor, even though I don't produce like I used to when I was on the standard diet or when I was actually keto. So what's in this deodorant that I'm making? Well, and I'm going to share this in the description box, the recipe and the amount that I use in each one in that description box down below. And what it starts out with, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of tallow, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of either arrowroot powder or what I'm using here is tapioca starch, 1 tablespoon of beeswax, which it's for when it cools off, it'll firm up, so that way you can applicate it onto your skin. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I get the natural, better quality baking soda. I do not get Arm & Hammer because it does have chemicals in it. And I also will use 1 teaspoon of magnesium hydroxide. Optional, I don't put this in my deodorant. You can if you want the essential oils to have a little bit of a scent of your choice. But if you want to do that, 10 to 15 drops add to that. And only thing we'll need is the deodorant container. Or if you want to, like your old cheap deodorant containers, don't throw them out, clean them up, and you can reuse them. That's what I've been doing. But for this video, I went and got these off of Amazon. They're fairly cheap. I will link that in the description box down below where you can get them. And the only thing we'll need is a pot with water in it and something else, another pot or something to make a double broiler. I've already got this pot on this burner for medium to medium low heat so we can melt that. And what I'm going to use for the double broiler is this measuring cup, just 1 cup measuring cup. So, and I'm going to go ahead and put that down. As the water heats up, we can start heating that up as well. So let's get started. All right, now the water is getting hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all the ingredients together into this measuring cup. So you don't have to worry about what time or spacing. All of it goes in, all of it melts and mints together, and then once it's done, you're gonna pour it into the container. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and get everything put in there. So we're gonna start with the 2 tablespoons of tallow. We're going to now get 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and this could be optional if you want to as well. You can just do 4. If tallow is too pricey for you, you can use coconut oil, or if you decide you want to stay more on the animal-based side of things as your base, you can just do 4 tablespoons of tallow. I have done that before. So now we got our coconut oil and our tallow in. I'm getting a paper towel here. Wipe off. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put 2 tablespoons of the tapioca starch in. And 1 tablespoon of beeswax. Actually, I'm going to put just a half of a tablespoon more in there, but 1 tablespoon will do. It's your choice if you want a little more or not. Now we're going to go with one teaspoon of baking soda. Almost said powder, but soda. Which baking soda is pretty much called sodium bicarbonate. And then we're going to finalize it with 1 teaspoon of magnesium hydroxide. Wipe off some, had a little bit of tapioca starch kind of put on me, so I'll just do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate it all together, and it may take 15 to 20 minutes to all melt together, because what you want is to make sure the beeswax gets melted and incorporated into it, because if not, it's not going to applicate right on your armpit when you do put it on there, and it'll be a little bit more soft. But the beeswax, what it'll do is it melts in, and as it cools off, it will firm up enough that you can use, roll-on applicator. Otherwise, you'll need to put it in a glass mason jar and just use your hands to put it on your armpits. But I like the actual deodorant applicator containers better, because you don't have to worry about digging into it. You can just put it straight to your armpits. So what we're going to do is we're going to stir this periodically for throughout 10 to 15 minutes until it's all incorporated. All right, it has been about 15 minutes and is ready to be poured into the container. So what we're gonna do is we are going to turn the heat off and carefully remove the glass measuring cup because it will be extremely hot. We're gonna set it on the counter. And then what we're gonna do is, and now it's still too hot. I am going to put this hot pad, and what we're gonna do is carefully pour into the container. It should yield around roughly about a half a cup. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place the lid. Actually, let's not place the lid. Let's let that sit. And what we're going to do is we are going to let that set up until it's firm. I highly recommend put it in your freezer. I usually put it in the freeze for about 10 minutes and it's solid right up. If not, you can do it this way and it'll be fine. So I will be back in a little bit and we will show the final product. All right, I'm gonna wrap this video up on the making deodorant. I would show you the one I shared with you in this video, but it's not quite set up. It might take a full day before it sets up. So I actually have one that I made probably a month ago in my bathroom that I saved the container with, and I'll show you how it looks after it's set up with the beeswax. There you go, it's quite firm. It sets up just like regular deodorant. You can apply it to your armpits very easy without having to use your hands. But if you decided to want to put it in a glass mason jar, that works too, because this is a great moisturizer for your hands and arms because it's got tallow in it or the coconut oil. It's very natural, it's very healthy, and you don't have to worry about those chemicals on your skin. It's the same thing when you want to make sure what you put in your mouth is healthy. So you want to do that the same thing for your skin. And I've been doing this since May of this year, about 7 months now, and never failed on me. So if you like this video and you want to know more about making deodorant, want to know more about homesteading or the carnivore journey, please hit the like button. Comment down below where you're from, and subscribe to Show Me Homesteader and Broken Carnivore. Those are both of my channels, and this video will be on both channels here. And like always, let's be kind, be positive, have a good attitude, and encourage and support one another. You all have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.